Welcome to another episode on my driving robot Discovery based on the fischertechnik TXT controller running embedded Linux and programmed in Python. Last time I had the unfortunate experience that the robot, instead of driving a nice trajectory either in a straight line or in a small curve, it made a very sharp move to the right. And some experiments showed that the right hand side wheel was barely moving, and that was quite clear to see on the oscilloscope as well. It is now again set to pulse measuring, and what you can see now is that the top lines are the motor, to the motor, and the bottom lines are from the motor, and those show high. Is that normal? I don't really think so. Anyway, what I want to do now is having first an object here, which I placed now here. You can see it here. There's a battery pack, and that object for now laid to the side, because I first want to see if it is still the same unwanted behavior. And in a preparation to that, I also managed to get the interrupting password routine out of the way. Previously I had it on my walking robot as well, and I found there an SSH RSA combination which goes by public key, and that makes sure that it is being transferred nicely via secure copy. So I've done the same for this robot, which works. So now I can just experiment and watch without the password. Anyway, let's see how things go. And I start the program. What will happen? Well, first probably that I get an error. No, it would have made a very sharp turn to the right. So let's now watch here for exactly the same thing. What happens? It takes a bit of time. Network error. I don't like that. Start again. Camera is connected. Nice. Okay, let's change the time base a bit. And see whatever happens. Alright, now something is visible, more or less. It is going on. Half a second. And here we see that Indeed, one motor does not respond at all. One motor gives no response and it just stops with an OPCV error, but I'm not interested in that right now. Right now I'm interested in the fact why one motor is not responding. So, is it not wired anymore, or what is the matter? So, last time I did try with the default firmware, and there it showed more or less the same behavior. So, I suspect it being a wiring error. I just have to determine where. Well, that didn't take very long. I noticed a loose connector, and then I noticed that this power 9 volts out, sorry, misses one connector, and this is the power to the motors. And immediately I see on the oscilloscope that there's power on the motor now. So let's take a look again. What will happen? With a bit of patience. Okay, that's nothing, that's a network error. Once again. Now everything seems to be connected, and there we go. At least that's what I thought to happen. Yep. Oh wait, now I know why there is nothing on the yellow line. That connector had gone out, the oscilloscope connector that is. So now everything shows a very nice response. Now I know that everything works. Very good. I can continue. So, and also the lamp works nicely. It's just that I miss any sound. But that's one other thing. I now can continue with removing the battery pack here and put it right here. And again, an error concerning OpenCV. I don't mind right now. I am preparing for a battery pack encounter, including this one. Not a battery pack, but something, well, give it a name. Bottle is sand, actually, captured in, held by fischertechnik. Anyway, that's the one thing. So, all things considered, I'm ready for another experiment. So let's see what happens and how it happens. Will this be captured all on the image? What will happen first, sonar or touch sensor? Yeah, let's just try, and if nothing works, RoboPro comes in to test if anything works at all. Because that is a very good question as well. Network error again. Try again. diversion to the right, but this sensor is being touched, and that's this sensor is being touched, and that one. And apart from that, okay, just too late. It showed some very nice signals, but anyway, this is the present situation. So it's time to look at results on screen. Yeah, that seems like a very good idea. Sorry for the shaking of the camera. Securing its position. So, with this first event and the result, let's see how it actually responded. Lamp on. Well, I did see lamp on. And then, very important, contact is 1. Contact 2, motor stop. Distance CA1, CA11 is 14. Okay, time to find out which is CA11 again. This was all my attempts for passwordless copying. Anyway, I can find it here. CA11, contact 2 indeed. And is that all? Contact 2. Yes. So, ouch. So, all images are from today. And now let's have a look at the images. And I'm interested in this one and in this one. So let's enlarge the window and then say for image magic display 14, 14, 13, yes. Really? Okay, not okay, but let's see why it doesn't do a thing. Ah, it's 0. And TXT image, the first one, is 0. That means I need the second one. I need the 14, 15, 19, 13, or whichever it may be. 14, 15, which was it? 19. Is this one? That's a nice one. This one is out of the question. Then I take this one, the last one. Which is TXT image 14, 22, 48. Yeah, good. I need the one that last is not 48 but 38. That's this one. So, how does this come into reality? Being the last one, this being one of the first, because I have here a straight look at the crane which carries
the oscilloscope probes, so I can disregard this one. Then this one, not a straight look, but also not the very last, no, the last one is 0. This is, I think, just before it writes here, because in this position it can't see the crane anymore. Question again, why is it 0? I have no idea. But I see a little bit of red in here anyway, so that's one thing. In conclusion, it has hit it, and if I look just with the bare eye right now, it will have hit the this object, but it is either barely or not touching it. So let's just take a look. I need to change this one to into 133. Oh really? It doesn't touch any of them. There's no touching of any sensors. That's remarkable. Then my eyes have been cheated. Okay. So this one did happen, contact 2, but it already went away. Which leaves the question, why did it stop anyway? Because this distance, looking here at the coda, when does it stop? It only stops at a distance smaller than 4 centimeters. Well, you can tell me a little bit, but not that it is less than 4 centimeters. No way. Alright. So, let's do a further experiment. Good idea.
So this situation is quite deceptive. While it looks like it touched the sensor, it didn't, or it hasn't now. And then a look at the oscilloscope, which shows that one of the motors is giving a positive signal. Why? I don't know, it's in rest. So what I can do, by the way, is taking a look at which sensor is actually touching, but since it isn't, let's have a look at the rest. Reposition and do it again. Well, more or less reposition. Straight look at the crane, and the distance is not too far. That is the touch sensors not too far away, but a ruler real nearby, but this is sure more than 10 centimeters, like more like 15. Oops, don't touch the camera. Right, let's run another test. Again, network error. And then something should happen. And this one is a little bit closer. Slight diversion. And what does happen? Everything is pushed away. This one is pushed out of the way and this one is pushed straight forward. And look at this. A turn to the right, turn to the left with lamp. So, looking now at the results. It says a turn to the left. That's correct. But yeah, contact 2 once again. I need to label the contacts which is 1 and which is 2. That's a very good point. Because it has 2 objects, of course. Distance sonar 12 centimeters. Well, this is not 12 centimeters anymore, so who knows. And last distance measured 4 centimeters. But I think that this contact was the last one done because it turns to the left. Or is it? Then it should have been this one to get itself free from. Again, time to find out which one is which. Yeah, the best way to do it is leave things in this situation and use RoboPro to find out.
So, first thing to do, RoboPro, which one is which? Right now I'm touching the left hand side sensor, is 2. Touching the right hand, alright, so left hand side is 2, at least from here. With the question, is 1 1 or is 1 0? Left hand side is 2. And let's take the code. Contact 1. Everything is defined. So, okay, input 1 is contact 1. So 1 is simply 1. Which means that left hand side left hand side is first. And let me, for being sure, the defining is let me first do it in Dutch. Which automatically means that this is the right hand side. Don't forget to save. Alright. So now I am rather curious about images. And the last one has a value. This one doesn't, this one has. So I'm now very curious what this shows. TXT image 1445. Show me. Okay, I didn't expect this. This is just driving forwards. It is not even. It has not even bumped into any object yet, or it has, but it drives through. And considering what has happened, it did drive through. It just went straight on. Well, not entirely. But if you can see this situation, it has completely bumped into everything. This is pushed away, the battery pack is being pushed away, the camera is pointed straight at the battery pack, so it should give a dark image now. And it has not resisted this one, while it has been pushed away. So let's see, quite early on, I don't see any contact 1. And that was earlier on exactly the same thing. So, where does it lead us? It has some nice things, because if it drives straight on, then touches and turns away, but when does the left turn happen? That's another question. Draai naar rechts, oké. No. Okay, I should look for draai. Okay, when does this happen? Contact 1. Yeah. Draai naar, it says draai naar links, so that must be contact 2. Okay. So that did happen. Right, next one. If there's time, that is. Time goes fast.
And there's hardly any time left in this episode. So everything set straight, and now something remarkable. With the lower two lines which are from the motor, the lowest has been set high, not the other one. Anyway, setup for one more thing, and this one is now at approximately the same distance as the other one. I could also do this to make a change, to have this one, contact 1, being hit first. I'm very curious what happens, so let's do that. Camera's connected. There it goes. And this is being seen now. But what happens? Contact 1 being touched first, this one. So now indeed this one was met first. Good. And that proves that although this is much lighter than this one, this does work, and I'm happy to see that. And with that I end this episode. Time is up. Thank you for watching. What did I do? Well, first restore the working of the second motor, this one. I made giving the password for the images is gone because of authorization, and well, things look like working nicely with the lamp, etc. Just no sound, but maybe later. Once again, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. You can follow me on Twitter, retweet and like, leave a comment. You can follow me on Instagram, like and give a comment, very much appreciated. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. I spent a lot of time with it, for it. You can also become a patron and have your name mentioned, depending on the pledge you make. Please take a look at my website for more information. And this is going to be continued. Bye bye.